Hi everybody, my name is Deborah and I'm one half of the Mouse Gurus here at 1-800-SHOW-ME-HOW.com. Now today I'm going to show you how to delete your cookies. Well, you might be asking, what are cookies? Well, think of the story of Hansel and Gretel when they walked through the woods and they left breadcrumbs or cookie crumbs so they could find their way back, or people could find them. I don't remember the story exactly, but you get the point. When you visit a website, it will put cookies on your computer, and that way it can track how many times you visited, what links you clicked on, how long were you on the site, all sorts of things like that. Also, if you fill out a form, it will remember the information you put on the form. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not so good. It's can be convenient sometimes, but what we want to do is delete those cookies every so often. Another problem that can happen with having cookies on your computer is your computer then remembers to take you exactly to the site that you went to before, the exact page when you went to that site. So in other words, if you say there was something wrong with the site on that day, your computer is going to remember the wrong page on the site. So when you go to that page, it's going to take you to the broken link or the broken page. So just to keep things running smoothly, you want to delete your cookies regularly. And it depends how much time you spend on your computer. I spend a lot of time on my computer, so I delete my cookies at least every day. You may want to do it every week, you may want to do it every 2 weeks. I'd say at least once a month you'd want to do that. So let me show you how. I use Firefox as my browser. So up here in the top menu, you can see I've got my arrow on Tools. I drop down Tools and a contextual menu drops down, or a pop-up window. And if I scroll down here, it'll say Clear Recent History. I click on that and I get another menu. Now I have a couple of choices here. I can use this little arrow next to the field here, and it gives me some other choices. I can clear for the last hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, today, or everything, and I'll clear everything. And I tell it to clear now. And because I've been making this video, doing it several times, I've cleared my cookies quite a few times already today, so there's not a lot to do. Okay, so that's done. The next thing I would do is I'd go up here to the top where the little X is up here, and I would close down my browser. That would shut it all down, and then I'd open it again by going to my Start menu, scrolling up to my Firefox, clicking on that to open up my browser. But I'm not closing my browser right now. The other way you can delete your cookies is to go again to your Start menu, go to your Control Panel, click on Network and Internet Connections, then Internet Options, and again I have a choice here. It says delete temporary files, history, cookies, saved passwords, and web form information. And so I put a check mark there and I tell it to delete. Now I have some other choices here, and again, the choices that you'll have and the way your particular menus will look will depend on the browser that you're using and the version of the browser. But this is to give you an idea of what to look for on your computer, because it may appear different than on mine. This box up here gives me the option of, if I put a check mark there, unlike the rest, if I check mark that, it's going to keep cookies and temporary internet files that enable your favorite websites to retain preferences and display faster. I'm going to leave it unchecked because I just like to delete everything. And then I'd go down and I would delete. As you can see, I've got my check marks in all the boxes. That's what I would do. And then click on delete. And now it's showing me the progress of the deletion. Again, yours may look a bit different because you may be using a different browser, or may not be as up to date as my version is. It depends, but you know what to look for when you're doing that. You're not going to hurt anything, because what you need to remember is that every time you say you went to a website, and one of your favorite websites, and you went and deleted cookies, and you say, oh no, I wish I hadn't done that, you go back to that website and those cookies are back on your computer. So every time you go visit, the cookies get put on, so that's not a problem. Okay, so now I'm done. I can close out of that and close out of this window. Again, I would go out of my browser. I'd use the X up there, close my browser, go back down to my start menu, go back up to where I have Firefox, and click on that to start my browser. Alternately, you can turn off your computer. Sometimes it's good to do that, where you go, instead of just closing your browser, you just turn off your computer and you tell it to restart. Okay, well that's it guys. We'll see you next time on 1-800-ShowMeHow.com. Bye.